Good evening, everybody. Well, I figured this would be a good time to make my first video on my channel related to hockey and my New York Rangers. To say that I am disappointed is saying the least right now. We had a hard-fought game against the New York Islanders, and we are about to blow it. And I am tired of watching this team blow games like this the way they are blowing games. I mean, they are blowing games. I know on one of my earlier videos, I had vowed to be as positive as I could possibly be. I'm making this video in the heat of the moment as a fan, absolutely disgusted by the fact that they blew another one. I mean, they are blowing games this year. Clearly, this team is not ready to win, not ready to compete for a championship. Not even close. There's some good players here, but they're finding ways to lose. And if you're a good team, you got to find ways to win. We were right in this game, and then what happened? What happened? Bad mental lapses in the third period. You allow the Islanders to score two quick ones. Inexcusable. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Two goals in like the span of like 2 minutes when it was a hard-fought defensive struggle. And I am watching this game saying, please don't make any stupid mental lapses. And what did they do? They collapsed. They collapsed. It is a COVID-shortened season, and we are playing games in our division all year long. Third meeting with the Islanders. They have the same record as we do. You blow it. You blew it. They blew it. They absolutely blew this game. And credit Simeon Varlamov, because I don't understand how the Rangers, every time we play them, we can never figure this goalie out. I went to a game 9 years ago when he was playing for Colorado, and he stopped 41 shots. I don't even know how good this guy is when he doesn't play the Rangers. For certain players, always get up for the Rangers. This guy gets up for the Rangers, just like Alex Ovechkin does for the Capitals, just like Sidney Crosby does, just like Evgeny Malkin does for the Pittsburgh Penguins. Unbelievable. This is disgusting the way we lost this game tonight. Unfreaking real. You can't blow these games. You cannot have these mental lapses and collapses late in games. And they keep doing it. This team is not ready to compete. They're not going to the playoffs playing like this. And maybe we need a new coach behind the bench. You have Artemi Panarin. You have Mika Zibanejad. You have Chris Kreider. And you have emerging young studs in Adam Fox and Keandre Miller. And it looks like you're building some depth. I personally think we're overpaying for Jacob Trouba. I haven't been super impressed with him. And you have Capo Caco, last year's second overall pick. You have the number one overall pick this year, Alexei Lafreniere. You've been competitive every game. You're not finding ways to win. And maybe I need to be a little bit more patient because of the youth on this team learning how to win. But right now, they're not winning. Not good enough. Not good enough. Not good enough. It's not good enough to simply have a moral victory. You are playing division rivals. You cannot have mental breakdowns. And what this New York Ranger team did tonight against these damn Islanders, mental breakdowns, collapses. You cannot give up two quick goals. You can't do it. So by losing this game tonight, and we're not beating the Bruins on Wednesday, forget it. Oh, Boston will kill the Rangers. Kill them. They're the best team in the East. You know, it's disgusting loss. It really is. And you feel it as a fan when you're watching one of your division rivals, you play a close game. only to see a blow it at the end. I vowed to be more positive, as positive I can be on this channel. And I'm doing this because this is therapeutic for me as well. But this is disgusting to lose games like this. So New York Rangers, you gave us all a reminder that you are not a playoff team, that you are simply finding ways to lose more than you're finding ways to win. That maybe you need a new coach. Maybe Quinn's not your guy. I don't think he is. Who is? I don't know. But I don't think it's Quinn. I don't think it's Quinn. And this Igor Shesterkin, he's young. He's playing without his mentor Lundqvist. I'll give him some slack. But the bottom line is the team in general, not good enough. You can't settle for moral victories. Because we blew this one to the Islanders. We blew 3 games to the Pittsburgh Penguins. One of them in a shootout, one of them in overtime, and the other one where we let them score a minute and a half in regulation to win the game by a goal. We blew a game to Buffalo by 1 goal, where we should have won. We blew the game to the New Jersey Devils earlier. We should have won. This New York Ranger hockey team is simply just settling for moral victories. Oh, we played close, but we lost. No, not good enough. Not good enough. There's only this word rebuild can only last so long in this town. But granted, we also are fans of teams like the Jets, the Giants. Well, just saying football in general, Jets, Giants, they've been terrible for a long time. Yankees have been consistently good. Mets, once in a great while, you'll get something. As a Met fan, I know that. Up until this year, the New York basketball's been terrible. Just across the city, New York sports in general, we've underperformed. We've seen, no matter what team you root for, and especially since I know a thing about underperforming with the teams I root for, underachieving, underperforming, and the word rebuild really shouldn't be existing much in New York City when the expectations are high, as they always should be. It's the biggest market in the country, one of the biggest markets in the world. New York City and LA, 2 biggest markets in this country. LA's performing. Dodgers, Lakers. Getting sidetracked here, but I'm just saying in general, we as New York sports fans are tired of the word rebuild, and something should be changing here. But to sum it up with the Rangers, I don't think you should. I think the word rebuild should be the word retool right now. And when you've got the 2nd overall pick, Kaapo Kakko, the 1st overall pick, Alexei Lafreniere, 2 elite scorers in Panarin and Zibanejad, an up-and-coming young goalie in Shesterkin, a stud young defenseman in Adam Fox and Keandre Miller. I mean, you got this team. I understand they're young, and maybe I should be more patient with them, but over the years, if you're a diehards fan of especially with my teams, Mets, Jets, Knicks, Rangers, you kind of run out of patience. But then again, you know what? You also become numb too, because you're just used to losing. You're just used to it. You're used to it. And I know the Rangers had a lot of great runs that didn't result in championships, but you can't help but feel disappointed. And at the end, there's only one winner. And it's when you see other cities, Boston, LA, lately Tampa Bay, that's coming out of that's been coming out of nowhere. The Lightning have been knocking on the door for a while, and Tom Brady brought his magic with him down to Southern Florida. Getting sidetracked. The bottom line is, very, 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 very disappointed with this New York Rangers hockey team. I'm sorry, but I'm extremely disappointed. You cannot have these mental lapses late in games. When these games are when we don't make the playoffs this year, these are going to be the games that are why that we're going to be sitting out. And we should be a playoff team. I'm not saying Stanley Cup team this year, but we should be a playoff team. And when you lose games like that, you are not a playoff team. I'll leave it at that. And I hope everybody has a good night. And the Rangers, they're going to get, I already know they're going to get absolutely ousted and blasted by the Bruins on Wednesday. It's not even going to be close. So anyways, I hope everyone has a good night. Thanks for letting me rant. Stay safe, everybody.